We'll use it to contact you.
Okay, this is starting to get ridiculous. Like, this is already like the third retake already. First take, I forgot to plug in the mic. Second take, I put the mic into the wrong input. Put it into the freaking headphones
We'll
input.
leave it to you.
Hold on a second while I just reset my YouTube model.
Our director
This is like
still
unbelievably
as ever.
uh, just a whole mess of a recording. Well, here we go again. Take 3, action.
Special.
Okay,
At least
now
for now. He's
welcome to the first video, guys,
right?
which is basically a reaction video of me reacting to my own gameplay, kinda. First things first, I think I kinda messed up my debut of my channel because I kinda wanted to do something different. I immediately was gonna do live streaming, but obviously I ran into a bit of a issue. This here is Neverness, a game that I've been really excited about, and the funny thing is, actually I discovered this game last year and I've just been keeping up with it and following along with what the developers have been releasing and all that. And shortly after I discovered this game, like a week or a couple of days after, I discovered Nanta. So I'm kind of in a little bit of in a bind, but so far, Neverness is doing great. Now, here's the issue: system requirements. That is basically why. So what you're seeing right now is not footage that I used from other that I found on YouTube around somewhere around or whatever. This is actually my own footage. So through the first time playing this game, which basically I think this is like the prologue, I think. Yeah. So I was basically fiddling with the settings and testing out some combat stuff and pushing the PC, seeing how far I can push it while recording and live streaming at the well, I was only recording. Then again, when I'm just live streaming, the OBS doesn't use that much of my system. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Hardware and software. You guys get it. You guys get it. So obviously I just tested out recording, and I am really surprised at how well the game runs. Like, really, seriously. Because here's the thing: I got a GeForce RTX 2060 Super and 16 gig of RAM. That alone puts me just in between minimum and recommended system requirements. But here's the issue: the CPU. Now, unfortunately for me, I am below the minimum system requirements when it comes to the CPU. I got an i5-9400F, which is basically a gaming CPU, but even the minimum system requirements is an i7 10th gen, and I got a 9th gen. So it's not the first time something like this has happened to me, and I was able to play a game just fine. But to this extent is crazy. When I opened up the game, and nowadays games kind of, when you open them up for the first time on your system, they kind of go through your system and pre-adjust the settings for you. Then afterwards, if you don't like what you see, or you want to see even better quality or lower stuff even more, you can, because you literally just got a basis, literally a free basis, basically, of how the game will run on your system. Now, for me, on my hand, everything was set to, what was the preset? The preset was set to smooth, and all the other settings was set to low, pretty much. So yeah, on low. Now for me, an urban city type vibe, type of style for a game, I prefer to be everything to be lively, because otherwise I don't want the same thing happening in Genshin Impact, in this game that happened in Genshin Impact. I mean, let's be honest, nobody wants that emptiness, just nothing going on. So I put view distance on the highest setting, and I put traffic on the highest setting. One thing I will say though, I wish that traffic wasn't both NPC density and vehicle density into one. I wish they were separate, because I would really like to adjust the two of them, because as you can see, that is very very dense, like almost overly dense in my opinion. Like, I want it to be lively, but not lively in the way where all NPCs are like bunched up in certain areas. That's why I kind of want them to be separate. So, but it also doesn't seem like traffic density and view distance affect your gameplay that, although obviously traffic does, but view distance doesn't seem to affect your gameplay that much. Maybe don't put it on ultra, maybe leave it at high if you're like struggling with performance, but traffic definitely put it on low if you're obviously struggling with performance. But I was constantly tweaking my settings. I will say this though, you can put everything on the lowest setting and the game will still look just as good as it looks on like mid to high settings. Like it unbelievably still looks good. I guess that's the power of Unreal Engine 5. Oh yeah, check this out. I will say this, if you have an Nvidia graphics card, do not turn Nvidia DLSS off. It does not look good with anti-aliasing and it does not perform good. As you can see there, a little bit of glitches here and there. The shadows aren't doing too good, and the lighting, yeah, it doesn't matter what anti-aliasing shading you put things on, it does not look good at all. So I would suggest keeping turning anti-aliasing off and just keeping Nvidia DLSS on, and then just keep it out on performance. Keep it on performance, balanced, or quality. Neither of those, like, there's not much of a difference between those three. Like, you can literally have it on quality and it would still perform just fine. The game will still perform just fine. But as you can see, I bumped up the settings a bit more, just a little bit. But anti-aliasing is on, and now I'm testing out to see the performance, how the game performs with that setting on. And there it is. There's the lag. Not good, right? It's just not good. Nvidia DLSS on, the same thing kind of happens, but not as much. Here's the thing: for the sweet spot with high quality and performance, the sweet spot is, well, I wouldn't say a sweet spot, but keeping things, the CPU usage, under 90%, and you should be fine. Just keep it under 90% with whatever settings you use. Okay, where was I? Kind of got interrupted for a second there. Where was I? Oh yeah, the Nvidia DLSS and all, and the anti-aliasing. So yeah, keep it below. Keep the CPU usage. I'm doing this way too fast. Keep the CPU usage below 90%, and you'll be just fine. For the most, well, I can't even say for the most part. Like I said, I constantly played with the settings throughout the entire time that I've played the game. But it just, every time I change the settings, it just really, there's lag again. It really much always surprises me how good the game still looks even after adjusting settings. Unless you take everything, you take all of the quality settings and buff and go up all the way, then you will definitely see the difference in between whatever you're running and what the highest settings will do. So yeah, even on very low, like, it will still look just as good. It's just crazy. But then it's not much of a performance boost. Let me just be honest, it's really not that much of a performance boost. Where you get more performance is with traffic density, and it seems like post-processing, view distance, and obviously the textures and the lighting, which is I'm basically saying everything, basically. But yeah, like, unless you put texture quality, foliage, and texture mapping at the highest setting. Wait, no, I'm making myself confused. I'm getting myself confused. What was I saying just now? What was I freaking saying? Performance, yes, performance. Then again, I didn't test out. I didn't go into like the highest settings to fully see what would happen, because at the low to mid settings, again, as you saw, there's lag. Once you get into like the combat issues and combat scenario and all that, VSync was also an issue for me, because there was still screen tearing even with VSync on. Turn it off, the screen tearing increased, but it wasn't like really bad. It was still playable. and you would only notice it like here and there, but it still was kind of annoying. So I went to my Nvidia app and turned on VSync on there, and things got better. Like I haven't throughout this entire recording sessions, this one recording session, I saw no screen tearing at all, nothing. Now let's get into how fast the PC can keep up with rendering everything when you're moving fast. Which is why I got into a car, which is fastest thing I had at the moment. Well, again, I kind of stole this car, or well, actually the proper word is repossessed or borrowed. Is it repossessed? Whatever it's called. Basically, to test out how at the current settings that I had, which was I think was low at this point, was low to mid settings, to see how yeah, basically to see how fast the game can keep up, the PC can keep up with rendering. The funny thing is, with my first PC that I had, GTA was kind of running the same way. The reason I say GTA is because, come on, it's literally GTA animated. GTA was pretty much behaving the same way as this. Look at that. The textures start to be a bit more pixelated, and the PC can't keep up. But there's no lag, there's no stuttering, no lag, no freezing happening. It's just texture rendering that's behind. Look at how that transition between the textures loading in as well. That kind of seems smooth, like the lighting on the trees kind of seems like so very smooth. Actually, this is crazy. GTA was behaving the same way on my first PC setup, which was basically a potato PC. With more or less the same settings, everything at low and so on. Oh, the settings were at very low. Huh. That's what it was on. But even at very low, as you can see, look at this. The game still looks pretty good. Now, I would love to see what it looks like on PS5. Not through a YouTube video, like actually IRL. Play it on a PS5 and see what it looks like. Which is the future plan, actually. Currently, my pockets aren't that deep right now, but I'm definitely saving up to get a PS5, mainly because of GTA 6. But I'll definitely be playing Neverness to Everness on the PS5 because obviously better performance, and it I want to have, like I said, my pockets ain't that deep to get a PS5 and a 10th gen CPU. So yeah, I'm going the PS5 route. Although I'm still kind of on the fence between getting a PS5 or an Xbox Series X or S. You guys let me know in the comment section which ones do you guys think I should choose, because I'm kind of on the fence with that whole matter. But yeah, like so far, I almost said so far so good. So far so mid is more like it. Now here's another surprising thing. Let's move on to the mobile gameplay. And here again, storage is fine, memory is fine. The CPU is below the minimum system requirements. Let me just go into my settings on my phone again. You guys won't be able to see this, but I'm going onto my phone. This is actually an actual gaming phone as well. My CPU is a T820 octa-core max 2.7 gigahertz. That's the CPU I got for my phone, and this is an actual gaming phone. It's the Nubia Neo 5G. Mobile performance, like I said, gaming phone. It actually has built-in triggers on the one side, which I use to play Free Fire, which I'm really good at actually. Not a professional, but I'm good, decent enough, above average I would say. But as you can see there's an actual like what do you call it again? On the phone it's called info, but what's the actual term for it? Status bar. Is it the status bar? And what I like about this status bar as well is that I can actively see how much FPS I'm getting. What sucks though is I was not breaking the 20 FPS limit. Like I was not getting more than 20 FPS. But strangely enough, the game still ran just fine. Like it was basically performing the same, well, close to the same as my PC. And on mobile, everything was set to very low by default. And again, the anti-aliasing is even worse here. The anti-aliasing issue. Well, yeah, it is pretty much worse on mobile for me. Then again, like I said, I'm below the minimum system requirement. Once I turned off anti-aliasing later in the video, um, I gained like 2 FPS, and that's about it, pretty much. And again, like I said before, traffic and view distance, set it to high, and the game will still run just fine. Now, this first recording here, I mirrored my phone to the PC, which is why it looks all like a little bit pixely, like lower, like a 360p quality, because of that mirroring and the USB debugging kind of thing. That might have been one of the reasons I got low FPS, because I did later switch to recording from the phone, and the performance did increase like just a little bit. Kind of was still the same. But look at this, even at very low settings, it still looks amazing and performs okay, just fine-ish. What freaking 21 FPS? It's crazy. But you know, again, once you get into the combat, things start to dip. But look at that, still fine. And now we get into the animation type combat, and that's where things will start to lag or freeze. But it mainly just amazes me how the game is still running. It's crazy and still looks so good. Look at that. Like, although it's very low FPS, still just fine. It's crazy. I wonder if the mobile version is also running on Unreal Engine 5. But yeah, let's switch over to. So this is a recording straight from the phone, recording with recording software on the phone. But yeah, currently my main issue is I'm not able to enjoy the game fully because I'm constantly worrying about performance issues, which is why I was constantly playing with the settings just to get it to a point where I'll be able to enjoy the game. But I want good quality and good performance as well, which is very difficult when you're below the minimum system requirements. Well, when just your CPU was below the minimum system requirements, so it was definitely difficult. I still haven't found the sweet spot for me, honestly. I kind of would prefer to I really would prefer the live stream. But I don't have much of an audience just yet, so there really isn't much of a point of live streaming right now. But I could still do it, I guess. Mainly, it's to help save time on editing, because currently IRL, I got too much going on. I'm not able to put out edit videos and put them out as fast as I would like to. So live stream's kind of the next best thing. But what's the point of live streaming when your PC can't handle it almost? And this is a really good PC as well that I got. Basically, at the end of the day, what I basically wanted to really show you guys is that how insane it is that even at the lowest settings, and even having a CPU that is below the minimum system requirements, this game still runs fine. And even on the phone, same situation. Like, it's crazy actually. I really wasn't expecting this. Like, I was expecting to be disappointed. So yeah, I'm gonna tweak and play around with the settings maybe a little bit more. But from the PC gameplay, I mean, come on. From the PC gameplay, it's pretty much solid. Kinda solid for me, honestly, and where my settings were at the end of this recording. So yeah. And also the music, man. I love the music. It really fits this game really well. Whoop, there's a little bit more stuttering there. But just look at that, man. Just look at that view. Looks amazing. I might lower some of my settings and put them on like the lowest, but post-processing, I'm keeping that at medium. View distance, leave that at high. Traffic, I think I'm gonna change it to medium. But again, I would really appreciate it if they could separate NPC traffic and vehicle traffic. Check it out, Squidward. What the hell is Squidward doing in the truck? That's such an obvious anomaly. anomaly. Can't even say the freaking word right. It was tempting just to like immediately start fighting that truck. It was really tempting just to see what would happen. But I left the dude alone. Could have been. It probably was a friendly anomaly anyway. Probably, possibly, maybe. Oh man, but yeah. After this, I really can't wait to finally fully enjoy the game to its fullest. It's kind of annoying that I'll probably just be recording for a little bit. Ooh, what I wanted to say actually is, yes, I will be recording for a while, but I am gonna start live streaming later, a little bit later down the road, because I'm gonna do like a dual PC setup. I got literally 3 PCs here, but I only got my main PC is the only one with graphics card. The rest of them doesn't have any graphics cards. So, but I'm still gonna see what I can come up with. So yeah, I'm gonna do dual PC setup and have the other PC do all the recording and live streaming, so so that my gameplay can be more smoother and better quality and all that stuff. But look at that, man! Damn, that really looks amazing. Like, even looking at it right now, I so badly want to play right now, even as I'm doing this recording. But yeah, guys, I'd say that's it. That's my opinion. That's a wrap. It's a literal wrap. Like, oh man, I don't know how many times. Is this the 3rd time I'm recording this video? I think it's like the 3rd time already. And I'm already tired. Took me a freaking hour. Literally took me a freaking hour to record this. Not the gameplay. I'm talking about this actual video that you're watching right now. Well, that's it from me. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.